Awakening with Brahma Kumaris. Namaskar. Welcome to Awakening with Brahma Kumaris. We've been speaking on happiness unlimited. Let's welcome Sister Shivani first.
Thank you, Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, sister. I would like to share this from my computer. He says, your humility enables people to realize their mistakes and correct themselves. It's so strange. I mean, it's not strange now. It's become, whatever I speak to you or whatever we speak, somewhere or the other, either I find in my computer or in the newspapers, these things keep on reminding me.
Actually, it was always there. It was always there in the newspaper, in the books, and the positive messages we get daily on our mobiles, on our computers. But now it stays on the mind. Mm-hmm. Earlier, we would read it and we would say, nice thought, and get back to work with our same thoughts. It would just be a nice reading material.
It's like a massage for the brain for a minute.
Yeah, it's very nice,
okay.
Very soothing, and sounds very nice, feels very good, but only till we read it. It doesn't go with me into my life. Now I can read humility helps other people to transform. And yet, every time when I want someone else to change, I'm going to use ego, because I'm going to use a reactive method, I'm going to use a loud method, I'm going to use a controlling method, I'm going to use a criticizing method. None of these are humility.
So why is this not line permanently or temporarily, at least partly, changing me or my attitude?
Actually, whenever we read something like this, they're just profound statements. It's like looking at the recipe after it's ready.
Oh.
Humility helps someone else to transform. Now the recipe is ready. But spirituality, if studied in depth and daily, gradually, step by step, gives you all the ingredients and gives you how you're going to cook the dish and finally reach there that humility helps other people to transform. It starts from your thoughts, understanding your mechanism, understanding what your vibrations have an effect on other people, how my negativity can be damaging for other people. When I understand all this, then this sentence, that humility will help others to transform, will make sense.
Not only understand, humility is humble. So first I have to become humble and experience humility, know what it is, then only I can be, at par with these lines.
Humility would mean detachment from my rights, my idea, my image of what is correct. When there is attachment, what is ego? Because humility is opposite of ego.
Ego is not being normal?
Ego is a very working definition of ego. Ego is attachment to a wrong image of myself.
Oh, wrong image of my own self.
Ego, attachment of a wrong image of myself.
You mean to say that ego means that you have a false image about your own self?
In the sense, don't know your true identity. Who am I? If I have to answer that question for myself, it would begin with my name, my position, my role, my relationships, my nationality. I'm a Hindu, I'm an Indian, I'm a so-and-so's wife, so-and-so's daughter, this particular profession, belonging to this particular organization. All this is acquired image of myself. Mm-hmm. This is not true. These are all the things that I've acquired. Even a name was given to me by someone. That's a label used as a reference by all of us to address each other. But we say, this is who I am. 21 years down the line, you get a degree and your introduction changes. Now, I am a doctor, an engineer, a lawyer, or so-and-so. Then you get your first job, your introduction changes. Now who am I? I am a trainee engineer, then I'm assistant, then senior engineer, then vice president, then ex-president. These are all the labels that I have acquired in my life. You know, it's like a diamond is the gift, and then you put it in a nice jewel box, and then a nice wrapper, and another cover, and another cover, and a beautiful ribbon and top, and a nice label. This is the gift. So the label is all my designations, my positions, my status. Remove the label, the little ribbon. Then the cover, the wrapping paper, this dress, this brand, this designer, this footwear, all the nice covers that we put. Then the nice jewelry box, my costume, my body. And we are so enamored by the lovely label and the ribbon and the wrapping paper and the little nice velvet box inside. We forgot that the actual gift was the diamond. And we just keep the wrapping paper and the ribbon so safely with us. This is who I am. So these are all my acquired labels, which are there today, will change tomorrow.
So what does one do to know who am I?
Now all these acquired labels, I get attached to this label, and when I am interacting through the consciousness of this label, it's ego. And
Can you explain again?
all the labels, I'm a female, I'm Hindu, I'm Indian, I'm engineer, I'm a Brahma Kumari, whatever, X, so many labels. I would have at least 10 to 15 labels. All these labels, I think this is who I am. But this is my label, this is not who I am. Then I get attached to this. I am an Indian. Now let anyone say anything about India and I'm going to get hurt. I forget that I'm living in India. But I will say, I am an Indian. So the minute someone's going to say something about India, it will be, they said it to me. And then we tell them, don't take it so personally. Don't take it so personally means don't take it to yourself. I was not talking about you. I was just talking about the country in which you live. I was just talking about the religion which you practice at home. I was just talking about the caste in which you are born. But you'll say, you said it to me. Because I am attached to that label. So attachment to a wrong image of myself, ego. So whenever I am interacting through the consciousness that this is who I am, even if I'm talking to my boss, and I am through this consciousness that I am a junior, then it's ego. Because this is not who I am. Normally, like you said the other day, ego means a superiority complex, but ego also means an inferiority complex, because it just means you're not in your true consciousness. If I feel I'm superior to you, that's also not true. But if I feel I'm inferior to you, that's also not true. So both are attachment to a wrong image of myself. And the reality is, I am a pure conscient being, and so are you, and so is everyone else.
So what kind of a life are we leading with a wrong image? All my life I've been behaving
And
with
that's
the wrong
why
image.
my personality changes, na? I am the president, so I'll start behaving like what I think a president should behave. But now if I understand I'm a pure being playing the role of a president, my behavior changes. Because now I'm through the consciousness of my true identity, who am I?
There's schools and classes who teach you how to behave like a president, how to behave like a top sports person, how to behave like an actor, how to behave like royal. You are a royal family person, you cannot do this. You've got to sit this way, you've got to keep your hands like this, you've got to do this, you've got to... There's so many things.
So, again, royalty, we would learn only how to sit, how to talk, how to eat, how to walk, not how to think. And then, if someone had to say the slightest word and I'm going to get provoked and react, is this royalty? Royalty means, okay, they've said what they wanted. I'm fine. This is royalty because I'm a master. Royalty means you are a master of your state of mind. That's royalty. But if I react, I've just become a slave to that person right now. Where's royalty? Where's the royalty?
That's a beautiful thing. You've got to be royal within.
Within. It is royal within.
That means when you have ego, you're not royal because you're so artificial.
And you are so dependent and you're such a victim and you're such a slave to everyone around you.
Also, as we are talking about happiness unlimited, then again you're limited.
You're limited. And it's not even true happiness. This is not the truth. This is not the truth. We are interacting with each other based on their positions. Everything that's acquired and it's transient, it's temporary. The only thing that's permanent, which will never get damaged and never get destroyed, is that pure, conscient being. And it's the truth, no? It's the reality. And everything else is acquired, changes in every lifetime. So when I am attached to a wrong image of myself, I will get, and it need not be just roles and responsibilities, it could be what I think about myself. Let's say I think I'm a very sincere person, and whatever work I do it with utmost sincerity. This is my image about myself. It
My
could be
belief
true.
also?
Yeah, it's what I think about myself. It could be true, there could be some illusion, whatever, but it's what I think about myself. But if I get attached to that image, now if you come and tell me, you know what, the work you did yesterday was absolutely lousy, I don't think you've put in your best effort into that, I'm hurt. Because my image is, I'm very sincere, and you've just come and scratched that. And the minute you scratch the image to which I am attached, I'm hurt. I am sincere, that's fine, that may be the truth, but that is not my identity. So even if someone comes and says something to me which is contradictory to what I think about myself, I do not need to get fluctuated. But if I'm attached, this is who I am, and you've just come and scratched it, then I'm hurt. Now humility would mean, I am sincere up to my definition of sincerity. But your definition of sincerity could be something else. Sincerity for me was working 12 hours yesterday, non-stop and effortlessly. But sincerity for you could be working 18 hours.
Maybe just 8 hours, but I'll call that a quality time working, and this quantity versus quality.
It's going to be different, but humility would mean, yes, I understand that your sincerity, your definition of sincerity is different. This is the way I think I can work best. This is my capacity. One, either I'll try to do more, the way you're saying, or I'm sorry, I just can't do anything more than this. This is my capacity as of now. But ego would mean, I am sincere.
And I've worked for 12
This is what you say to me. Because I'm attached to that image. I just have to detach myself from that image and say, this is who I am. Sincerity is just my quality. For me, punctuality would mean that if I say 9 o'clock, I should be 5 minutes before 9. And for someone else, punctuality would mean, as long as I'm there within 15 minutes after the time that we had decided, I'm more or less on time. And we can sit and argue about it for half an hour that we are not on time. So it's very relative. So humility means adjusting and accommodating and accepting the other people's perspective. But I'll only be able to do that if I'm not attached.
But if I'm attached to my child, like we were speaking about yesterday, and I want to teach the child and tell him, okay, children don't fight. Now, and the children say, what about mom and dad? What about you? You have a license to fight and not us? So now, how does this humility work at home with children?
First and foremost, attached to my child. We've, again, another belief system. It's natural to be attached. Attachment is obvious. How can we have relationships without attachment? I have to be attached to my child, otherwise I'll be very insensitive. Is attachment natural? Should attachment be there?
But you see what happens, even when I see at home, people say, he is so attached to his child, he's so loving, he's so attached to his wife.
He is so attached to his child and he's so loving.
Yeah.
Are two different words. Belief system, attachment and love is the same. Question mark. Love, unconditional acceptance, unconditional respect never fluctuates. Attachment, wherever there is attachment, there will always be fear. Let's say, when two children are born who are physically attached to each other.
Oh.
So let's say the legs are attached or they're joined somewhere.
Yeah.
No, they've not yet been operated. They're joined somewhere. So there are these two people, two children who are joined to each other. They are physically attached. How's the life going to be? If
Very
one sits, the other has to sit.
Very difficult.
If one stands, the other has to stand. If one goes here, the other has to go here. So the other doesn't have any choice. If one falls,
Both fall.
the other falls because they're physically attached. Now you operate and you separate them. If one falls, the other is able to lift him up because they're not joined. Now, emotional attachment. We're tied to each other here, threads. So if one's angry, the other one's going to be angry. If my child is upset, I'm going to be upset. If my child is feeling low, I just have to see his face and I'm going to feel low. If my child falls internally, I also fall. Am I fulfilling my responsibility of lifting him up, empowering him? Spirituality helps us to have that surgery. And the minute I separate not physically, separate just means your state of mind and my state of mind are independent. These two siblings, they are still siblings, but they don't have to do everything together. So they're independent. Now my state of mind, your state of mind is separate, which means if you get angry, I can still remain stable. I have a choice. If you're crying, I can still remain calm and composed because I'm separate. And if you fall, I can still remain straight and help you to get up because we are detached. And when we are detached, unconditional love flows because your word, your action, your behavior cannot hurt me. Love, constant. Attachment, love plus pain.
Attachment is love plus pain.
Yes, there is love. There is no doubt about it. But there's also pain because there is expectation. There is hurt. There is rejection. Then there is pain. If I'm attached, I'll be reactive. I won't be stable. How many times in the day we keep telling our children, I worry about you. You know, you didn't come home on time. I was so worried. What energy is worry?
Yeah, like yesterday, what you said, when you see a person and send a wrong vibration or the kind of any vibration, the vibration goes first and then the words.
If I'm waiting for an hour and I'm creating this thought, I hope nothing's gone wrong. I hope nothing's gone. What if he's met with an accident? What this has happened? What if that has happened? So that 1 hour of wait, worry and worry and worry. And finally, after 1 hour, ting tong, and he's there.
And then all that worry, you wasted your time, you wasted your energy, you've wasted a part of your life.
Yeah.
And also you've created so many toxins within.
Yeah, and then the child comes home and the child says, what's wrong with you? Why do you have to think so? But I worry about you because I love you, you know. Big illusion. Love and worry doesn't go together because those who you love, you will never send them a single negative thought. I love you, so I care for you. But I love you, so I worry about you. No, then at that time you don't love me because you're sending me a lot of toxic energy. And yet now, if I just detach myself, then I will create a thought. Everything will be fine and he will be back. He may be stuck up somewhere, must be talking to someone, must be meeting with someone, the telephone must be discharged, but everything is okay and he will be back. Now, some people say, but we have to be prepared. What if he's met with an accident? How can we live in an illusion that everything is going to be fine? There is a probability that someone can meet with an accident. One, what's the probability factor? Let's think about that. 0.000001. 1 hour of wait, I have a choice either to remain stable and say everything will be fine, he'll be back. So I retain my stability. After an hour, by chance, I get a call saying that someone's met with an accident. My mind is absolutely calm clear and stable to handle the situation the right way. But if I've spent that 1 hour of wait, draining myself, worrying, and now if I get a call to say something has happened, there are people who collapse only when they hear the news.
And not only you're not stable enough to do anything, but you collapse. Who's going to help?
Who's going to take care? And then we'll say this was being prepared for the situation. And the probability factor is very, very low.
But he'll say, it's in my nature, no? I am like that. I am that type of a person who worries for small things. I am born like that.
No, we're not born like that. We develop like this eventually, but we can always change.
Meditation.
Yes. Changing. Consciously change your thoughts.
Awareness.
And understanding belief system, this is not love. So stop. What am I sending my child? Even if one person remains stable like this, the energy in the house changes and other people change.
What we started with today is such a beautiful line. Thanks. I'll be reading on this question. Your humility enables people to realize their mistakes and correct themselves. When you are giving directions or corrections to someone, check your own attitude. Remind yourself of the humility within, and then say whatever you have to say. With humility, your words will be for their benefit, and this will enable them to learn.
When you say something to someone with humility, it will be for their benefit. A simple example, you're sitting like this, but your sitting like this is disturbing me. I'm getting upset or irritated or whatever. So I say, please don't sit like this. This is not a comfortable way of sitting. But I'm telling you to change for myself actually, because I am disturbed. And if you change your way of sitting, I will become relaxed.
But don't you think that whenever we teach somebody, we are teaching from our point of view, no?
It's not only just point of view. My point of view is that your posture is not right. But if I'm getting disturbed because of that and then I'm saying it to you, then it's actually so that you change your posture so that I'll be okay. Then it's not for your benefit, it's for my benefit, and that will be ego. But if I am stable, I'm absolutely stable, you're sitting this way or that way does nothing here, and then I say, you know what, probably you can try this other way of sitting, then it's only and only for your benefit and nothing to do with me. Till I'm able to get myself stable, I'm not going to say it to them. Because then it's not for them, it's for me. So first I work on myself. When this is absolutely calm, this is not getting affected by their behavior, and then it is said to them, then it is only for them, and without the expectation that they have to follow what I'm saying.
Yes, sir, right.
I'm saying this for your benefit, full stop.
And as you said, like when we used to write a telegram earlier, long time back, we used to use minimum words.
Absolutely.
Because each word costs you, you're going to pay for it.
Even here it costs you a lot actually. But important is when we say something to people, internally, we want them to listen to what we are saying. And if they don't listen, it disturbs. This is ego.
Please, let's do a small little meditation for love at the same time being detached.
Not love at the same time. It's only when you're detached, then you're loveful.
Okay. You are detached. You love only when you're detached.
Yes.
Attachment is not love. Fine.
Sit back. Let me look at my identity. Who am I? Take each answer and try to keep it aside as if I was removing the label over me. The name, the profession, the relationships, the roles, these are mine. my child, my possession, my property. It's all mine. It's an acquired label. Gently remove all the labels and let's come to who am I? The diamond, beautiful, flawless, sparkling, tiny point of light in the center of the forehead. This pure, conscient energy. I, the soul, playing so many roles and relationships. I am complete. Nothing and no one can touch me, disturb me. My happiness is not dependent on anyone's acts, words, or behavior. Through this consciousness, I now talk to my family, my friends. Let me look at the interaction. No attachment, therefore no dependency, no fear. Just unconditional love, care, and concern. Not a single thought of worry, but every pure and positive thought of care for the benefit of my child and my family, not for my own dependencies. I am already stable. I am already happy. And now whatever I say to them is only for them. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Ego is attachment to a wrong image of myself. It is when we are not aware of our true identity and identify ourselves with all that we have acquired. Our body, name, position, relationships, caste, nationality are all acquired. They are all mine, but they are not I. I am a pure, conscient being, and it is my body, name, family, position. A royal soul is the one whose state of mind is not dependent on others. Royalty means being a master of oneself, not a victim or a slave. Detachment means my state of mind is not dependent on others, and then I can remain stable and give unconditional love and acceptance. Worry is not love. When we worry, we create and send negative energy. In any situation, let's create the right quality of thoughts, that is love, care, and concern. When we remain stable and then share with others why they need to change, then it is only for their benefit and not for our happiness. Tomorrow we will discuss how we can build our self-esteem on our core values. If you wish to discuss your problem or have a question to ask or want to know your nearest Rajyoga Meditation Center, call us on 099 99 744 555.
Om Shanti.